let's take a moment and let's just be still. Let's take a deep breath in and out as well as you can through the mask, through that face covering, and become present right here in this moment now. Because this moment is what we have. Whatever happened before now has happened. It is done. This is the moment we have. This is the exquisite point in time that we have. No guarantees from this point forward, but this exquisite moment. So feel what it feels like in your body. Feel what it feels like in your mind as you slow down. Feel what it feels like in your heart. To be still, to be grateful for this very moment now. To be alive, to breathe, to feel, and to see. For these simple, magical, amazing moments, we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. Well, I think a lot of you are here, or you're excited, or maybe not, about this white stone ceremony. How many people are excited about the white stone ceremony? I can tell you that I was preparing for it today, and I got so excited. Like, I imagined myself standing up here, like being like, "Oh my gosh, this is like real stuff. This is so exciting," about this ancient ritual, that was practiced during the ancient times, like at the times that Jesus lived. And when somebody was being released from bondage or released from jail, they were given a white stone. They were given this blank slate, this opportunity for change, like this chance for growth. We don't do that anymore, do we? Sometimes we punish people in our lives for things that happened long ago instead of giving them a clean slate, don't we? But that's what makes this so powerful. That in ancient times they recognized that if this person's going to go on and be fulfilled and fulfilling, they need a blank slate. They need a chance to start over again. They need a chance to grow, an opportunity. That's what it's about. Dr. Leon Masters, who is a founder of the University of Metaphysics, I was reading a quote this morning, and this is what he said that I think so particularly talks to this topic. He says, "To experience expansion and growth in a new year, or at any time, you must believe in your heart that you can. In other words, that it's possible. No surface, casual, simple wishing will make it so. The mind responds to the power of your belief, and the belief becomes faith when the basis of belief is enforced and supported and enlivened by a spiritual premise, fueled by the fire of one's own spirit, or more specifically, the spirit that is the presence of God within you." Boom! Like, that's it. That's it. That's how we change. We don't change because we think we kind of want to. You know how that works, going to the gym or changing your diet. It doesn't work. It doesn't work to kind of. This is powerful because we make it powerful. It will be powerful for you because you make it powerful. I'm not going to make it powerful. And the you I'm talking about is the light of God in you, the divine in you makes it powerful. Makes it powerful. Here's the Bible verse that sets up this ceremony that we'll participate in today. It's from Revelations chapter 2, verse 17. The author was writing to the church of Pergamum, and he says this: "Are your ears awake? Listen. Listen to the wind of words, the Spirit blowing through the churches. I'll give the sacred manna to every conqueror. I'll also give a clear, smooth stone, inscribed with your new name, your secret new name. This is the Bible verse in Revelations that sets up this whole thing. So it starts off, let anyone who is awake listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Now what does this mean? You think, well, what's the church? I mean, churches, what do you mean? This Spirit is not speaking to this building. The church that I believe it's talking about is this right here. The temple of my body in which the Spirit of the divine resides in me right here. So listen to the wind words blowing through me. I love this idea of wind words. And to listen to the wind is not to listen with our outer ears. It's to listen with the ears of the heart and soul. It's to listen from the inside. To hear the wind words. To hear directly from the divine presence that is God in you. That's what this verse is talking about to me. To listen to God itself. And we practice that by sitting in the silence. Because you're not going to hear the wind words with all of the activity of what's going on in here. That's not where you're going to hear the voice of God. The voice of the divine in you. Not coming through me or through anybody else, but in you exactly now. Exactly now. Can you imagine that? Like Leon Master says, he said, you've got to believe that it's possible. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, used to say, go directly to headquarters. You don't need an intermediary. Not necessary. Not me, not a book, not anybody else, but you and the divine. Right now. No classes you have to take, no kneeling and prayers you have to say, but simply be open to that truth. Wow! And what the Spirit is saying is revealed to you. It's not something you have to figure out. You know, some people say, I've been trying to figure out my word. I've been trying to figure out my word. Stop trying to figure it out. The divine knows the word for you. I don't know what it is. Some of my coaching clients would say, tell me what the word is. I said, I don't know what your word is. Only you know that. Only the divine and you know what that is. That's the truth. It's revealed to you, and it's revealed to you in the stillness. And that's why we'll do some meditation today. That's why I didn't give you the pen yet for that little stone, because I could see you all scratching on it before I'm done talking. You know it's true. You know it's true. So the idea in this first line is simply to listen, to believe, to know, and to listen. To just listen. That's the big chore. That's the big event. And then part 2 says, to everyone who conquers, I will give some hidden manna. To everyone who conquers. What does this mean? Well, it ends up being an oxymoron, because to conquer simply means to let things be as they are. That is a high bar many times in our life. We want to resist it, we want to change it, we want to fight it, we want to make it different, we want to make somebody else different. The conqueror is the one who surrenders, and therein is the oxymoron. To conquer is simply to surrender. To surrender, that's how we conquer. To not be attached to any of this out here. None of it. None of it, including the judgments that you feel about your own self when you look in the mirror, or not. That's how we conquer. We release the attachment to outer conditions. We release it all. And we trust the wind words. We trust the divine through us. That's how it works. So to conquer is to surrender. Doesn't feel like it's right, but is it starting to? To conquer is to surrender. to completely surrender. And to those who are brave enough to surrender, because it takes some bravery. It takes some work. It takes some effort sometimes. We did the burning bowl ceremony a couple days ago to release some of those things that we've been hanging on to for a long time. It takes a little attention and intention. But if you are brave enough to do that, then the scripture says, I will give you this manna, this food. I will give you something that will sustain you. And manna is not anything we receive out here. It is the inner guidance. It is the inner clarity that is available to us from the divine. If you are brave enough to surrender, you can trust that that is what will happen. That's what will happen. There won't be any question in your consciousness about that. That's the gift of this process, is that you will receive the presence of God in you as your shield and your sword and your foundation. That will be it. That's so exciting to me. I was just, I don't have to do anything. I simply have to be available to the presence that is already there. Golly, what could be more important than that? What could be more important than that, especially in these confusing times? What should I do? Where should I go? None of it. None of it. The God, the presence, the divine in you guides you, clarifies for you. Your intuition, that's what that is. When you go into the stillness, when you allow it to be, when you trust the wind words that you hear. Yeah, that's what it's about. Nothing could be more important to me. You have to decide that for you, but nothing could be more important. That's what allows me the confidence to walk in joy and confidence no matter what's happening out here. How many listened to my last soul session about the camping trip? Yeah, you're laughing. It didn't go according to plan, by the way. It didn't go according to plan. But so what? That was my plan. Let me be open to the movement of Holy Spirit in me and take a breath. And when all that is done, I will give you a white stone. I will give you a blank slate. I will give you the opportunity to start again. I will give you the chance to grow and serve and do whatever that is. You got a blank slate to start with. Did you ever think about your life? We're all old enough to want another one of those, aren't we? Maybe we thought it wasn't available. Maybe we think we're stuck where we are. You are not. You are not. You are not stuck where you are. You have a blank slate. And when the word that I receive is aligned with the presence of God in me, and I know what it is the most powerful thing that will happen this year for me and for you. To all who surrender, to all who give up attachment, to all who trust in the divine that exists in this moment now, to all who realize that divine guidance comes from within, from the source of God in me, I will give you another chance, a blank slate, all possibility for your life, all of it. Not what others see, not what others see in you. Like, Paula, I see this in you. Wonderful. But the God of me knows me and gives me intuitive guidance that is supreme and essential. That essence says, this child, this thing, this is you, this is what it is. This new thing this powerful thing. The presence says, I walk with you, I carry you, I lift you, I'm the one. I'm the one that lives you. There's one of my favorite scriptures taped to my computer. It's from the book of John. I can't remember the verse and chapter and verse, but it says something like, "There, you cannot do a solitary thing on your own." So I changed that and say, I cannot do a solitary thing on my own. I listen and then I decide. And you can trust my decision because it's not to get my will, but the will of the divine that lives me. That's what I'm talking about here. So this name that is coming for you is not something, a name that it's because you like it, or because it sounds good, or because you had it last year and you think you need to have it this year again. If we are to practice this stillness and follow this process, the divine is about to speak to each of us. We could lift the planet out of orbit, just this group here, with the power and presence that is God in us now. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. So are you ready? I wish I could see you smiling. Are you ready? Well, good. Because we're going to start that meditation now, and our ushers will hand out those pens now. You can kind of keep handy. So let's breathe in and breathe out and settle in to the stillness of this moment. To open ourselves wide to the presence that is God in us at this very moment now. To tune our inner ear to the wind words, to let them brush over us, to be willing to receive, to trust that it is happening, to be willing to receive a fresh start, a new day. We spend this time in the stillness. to this white stone. It now carries this word. Or maybe the wind didn't blow loud enough for you to hear it, and that's okay. Trust. It's coming to you. This word. Maybe something you don't even understand. A call from the depth of you. Not surface, the depth. And whether you had a revelation in this moment or not, be grateful. Accept this new name or accept that it's on the way. This greater possibility. This wind-blown word from the divine itself. Your guidance for the new year. Carry this stone as a reminder. Set it where you will see it. Continue to practice your meditation and stillness. Let that word be an imprint on your heart, on your consciousness, and in your life. In this exquisite moment now, we are grateful, so it is.